Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Slimy Show. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying my presence, if you're enjoying my voice. Like and share the stream. You're here to learn. This is not like the Grung Report where we talk about Penny's belly. Here you actually come here to learn. And speaking of the Grung Report, I'd like to give up a big up to Andy Williams for actually making an attempt to show this video to his viewers. And I'm about to show you the video right now, and I'll comment after on what happened after he showed this to his viewers.
Tonight, I want to explain a small country. Hello and welcome to Times XP. I am Dhruti, and we are going to talk about a small country that could become the biggest loser in the US-Venezuela conflict. Trinidad and Tobago. Just 1.4 million people. Two small islands, tiny in size, but one of the most important energy hubs in the Caribbean. And here's the problem. If America and Venezuela go into a direct war, Trinidad and Tobago is stuck in the middle of the power struggle that it cannot survive. Let me break this down for you. Two islands, a population of just 1.4 million people, as I just said. Most Indians in India don't even realize this country has one of the biggest Indo-Caribbean population. Almost 40% of the population is of Indian origin. Yes, Trinidad was once a British colony. It gained independence in 1962. Its wealth for decades came from oil and natural gas, and today almost 40% of their entire government income is from energy. This is not a tourist island, by the way, it's an energy island. Trinidad and Tobago's economy lives on gas, not tourism, not tech.
Don't you just love that Indian accent? Energy. We are an energy hub. Energy.
Island, by the way, it's an energy island.
Energy. We are an energy island. You get that, people?
Island. Trinidad and Tobago is from energy. This is not a tourist island, by the way. It's an energy island.
Energy
Trinidad
island.
and Tobago's economy lives on gas, not tourism, not tech.
Gas.
The country's LNG sector is one of the largest suppliers in the entire Western Hemisphere. 40% of all government revenue comes from energy. Now, if that steam gets disrupted, the country collapses financially. And where is some of the gas coming from? The Dragon gas field inside Venezuela's maritime zone. Trinidad needs access to that gas for future production in 2024. The energy giant Shell and Trinidad's LGC were negotiating with Venezuela to unlock that particular field after the US eased the sanction. But now, war clouds. Trump has deployed 10,000 troops, warships, special forces to the Caribbean. Russia has now inserted military aircraft into Venezuela. The Caribbean all of a sudden looks like a Middle East. Yes, small islands surrounded by a superpower weapon. And Trinidad is right there, trapped between Venezuelan territorial water and American military assets. You know, if conflict explodes here, gas deal freezed. Investment stops, companies panic, LNG terminals slow down. This means that Trinidad will lose billions of dollars in the next 5 years. Not millions, billions. Because energy investors hate war zones. This also hits their own people. Trinidad already has young unemployment rate that is nearly 9%. It has inflation above 4.7%. If the gas sector gets hit, that number jumps into double digits immediately. And once the jobs are gone, crime rises, immigration rises, social tensions explodes. Also, there is a second danger here. Venezuela already hosts one of the world's deepest pro-Russian network. If war erupts, Russian and maybe, just maybe, Iranian assets also, they can use Venezuelan ports and airstrikes. United States military assets will respond from nearby Caribbean water. And guess who is sitting right in the middle of this two-sided geographical war? Trinidad and Tobago. This island.
And what is happening is you have propagandists on the UNC side that are saying that even if America bombs Venezuela, Trinidad got nothing to do with that. We don't got nothing to do with that. This is how the UNC people are thinking about this. It's almost like it almost seems to me like they're encouraging the destruction of Trinidad. They either that or they're fully stupid. They see all of this happening and still follow blindly behind this government and everything that their people are doing. You have the dumbest people in history. It's like she picked the dumbest members of the country and put them in leadership roles. It's almost like it's a slap in your face. It's like a joke to you. But I would like to give a big up to Andy. Miss Arima, welcome. No, but I'm giving up a big up to Andy on this one because he actually played this video for his audience. After I cussed him out 2 days ago, the next day he came on and he actually tried to do a good job and actually tried to, instead of talking about the nonsense distraction stuff that they always do on the show, talking about weak belly penny weak, that all that bullshit, he he actually played this video for his audience. And the way he reacted after actually the way the audience reacted was totally disgusting. You should have read the chat. Actually, I don't wanna to stink him up too much on the live. I would just like to commend him for actually doing a good job and actually trying for the first time in a long time to actually relay news and put that information to his audience. But his audience, once they saw this video, they totally rejected it. They why are you playing this? Oh, this is fake news. Oh, none of that is true. Oh, none of that is going to happen in Trinidad. And Andy, instead of being a host and taking charge of his audience, because he's an influencer, it is his job to influence. But instead of taking the next step, because he as a presenter, just like I'm doing to you, I have to take time out of my day, like hours upon hours, to actually look up stories to actually present to you. Andy should have been doing the same shit. And if he takes time out of his day to present a story to his audience, he should be trying to relay a message. And if the message is not understood by the audience, it is his job. I'm reading the freaking chat and I'm reading Mr. Rimas' government. So it is his job as a host, as an influencer, to get his audience up to speed. Like for one time, for the first time in a long while, he was like literally out of propaganda mode. But then soon as his audience like rejected this video, he just caved in. So Andy, good job. I'm happy that you listened, but now take it up to a different level. Now it's time to be a leader and actually start teaching your audience the right stuff. Congratulations on that. I'll lay off your ass for today, but my eye is on you.
Could become the parking lot between the two militaries.
Welcome, Miss Arima.
Scared investors leave, tourists die, sports get militarized, sea routes.
And ladies and gentlemen, in this chat, Miss Arima has the big dick. She has the big dick stick. But you know what, Miss Arima, let me tell you this. I want to encourage free speech. If I cannot defeat the speech in chat, if I can't defeat chat with my intelligence, then I shouldn't be on this platform. I shouldn't be presenting to you. If someone in the chat says something that I don't like, if I don't have the intelligence and the strength to let that person speak and probably correct his thoughts with my influence, then I don't deserve to be here. Okay, so that's the message I want to give to you, Andy. Be good, do good. Because I want you to think about this, right? Fast forward a little bit. let's say, and this happened to me, because you guys have seen me over the past year, like switch my allegiances. I first started off supporting Philip Alexander. Then I went over to the UNC team because I thought I saw potential. Then I swung back to the P&M team. Now I'm outside of all of those teams. Right? So if I can do this, if I can change my allegiances, so can your supporters, Andy. But the bad side of that is when you lose a supporter, that person becomes extremely angry at you for lying to them and messing with their heads for all this time. So let's say we're in a time of war. Let's just extrapolate. Let's just say Trinidad did get bombed, and Trinidad did go to war, and all of this economic stuff that this lady is talking about actually did fall on the country. Kamla Prasad and the entire government and all of the elites have the ability to pack up their bags and leave. You don't, Andy. And what do you think the citizens of the country will do to you? Think about this. I want you to, when you go to bed at night, whatever money you're getting, I want you to think about the ramifications of if this goes bad. If Trump does launch an attack on Venezuela, what will happen in Trinidad? And then what will happen to me? Because when the people get vexed, and they will get vexed, they will turn against you in a bad way. So Andy, be careful. Start delivering accurate news to the people. If you want to copy me, if you want to copy what I'm doing, if you want to copy my technique, go right ahead. Just start delivering truth to the people.
Get blocked.
And people will start loving you again.
Exactly what happened to Lebanon in 1980.
And Miss Arima, no blocking in here.
Syria, Israel and the US's interest. A small nation becomes the battlefield of China. So yes, the headline says US-Venezuela tension, but the real economic body bag could be carried out by Trinidad and Tobago. A country that did nothing wrong, a country that simply wanted to sell gas.
No, Trinidad did a lot wrong. Because you elected a leader who has no diplomacy, who thinks she's like a mini Trump, right? When Trump was on the campaign trail, this is the nonsense. Like he had this bravado, this toughness about him, right? This stupidity. Kamla Prasad is almost like she's trying to copy that now, and it's failing miserably for her. Because now no one wants to deal with Trinidad. Listen to the video. Listen to this video. After all of this is said and done, businesses will start packing up. And what's going to happen to the country? Right now, since the UNC came into power, we have, what, around 60,000 lost jobs? That's including the stuff with Nutrien. What do you guys think unemployed people do for money? If you're unemployed, what would you do? What would you be thinking of doing for money? Right? So this is why I tell you guys all the time, the only way to solve crime is to improve the economic conditions for citizens, for everyone. Once you start doing that, crime goes away. Then you can start having police in the streets without guns and walking around with batons and stuff like that. Because everyone has a job. Everyone has a way to take care of themselves. No one wants to turn to crime. No one is born a criminal. People turn to crime when their economic, their means of providing for their family, for themselves, are not there. And what is this government doing to provide jobs for the people. We're seeing them doing nothing but destructive. Everything they do is costing us economic opportunity and jobs. So what is that going to do to the country? Let's say 6 months from now. 6 months from now, what do you think is going to happen in Trinidad with all these unemployed people running around? How is Christmas going to be for you guys next month? Huh?
The gas is surrounded by warships. The question nobody in the mainstream media is asking is very, very simple. When superpowers fight for oil and gas, what happens to the little countries who are sitting on the top of that energy? Tonight, Trinidad and Tobago is learning the answer the hard way.
That's so sad for you guys. That's so sad for us. Right? And all because they don't like this guy. Because just because this guy doesn't want to bow to the heels of the United States like your government did. You know what? This is why we should not have women and gay people in government. Because they do nothing but capitulate. Don't you guys miss Rowley? Don't you miss that man of a man? That hard man? Oh no, I don't want to do this. We were talking about Camlet today. I want to talk about Camlet today. I had some slides set up for you guys.